and a good evening, everybody, and welcome to A-Town High School in Abingdon, Illinois, as we get ready for Wednesday night girls basketball, the final game of the regular season before our attention turns to the postseason on Saturday. Of course, we'll talk plenty about that in this upcoming broadcast, but we have got a little taste of what might be to come postseason time, as the number 6 team in the state of Illinois in Class 1A, Annawan, makes the trip down to Abingdon to take on the number 17 team in the state. That would be the A-Town Tornadoes. My name's Wyatt Reed, as we are getting ready for the opening tip-off here this evening. Getting a little bit of an earlier start here on the stream because we got a lot to talk about. I mean, both these teams are coming in really, really good here, obviously, with both of them being ranked. This is, of course, according to Max Preps. So I don't know if they are the true blue ranking system here in the state of Illinois, but according to Max Preps, the number 6 team in the state, Annawan, number 17, that sounds about right with how good these teams have been all season long. Annawan comes in ranked number 6. They're 22-5. Their last loss was against West Central, which A-Town also lost to West Central back in the month of January. Annawan has since won 4 in a row and are looking to win the 5th in a row here tonight as they take on an A-Town Tornadoes team that kind of scuffling a little bit. You know, we were here last week for kind of a bizarre game against Knoxville, in a game that they won, but, you know, in a lot of senses, it kind of felt like a loss. There was a lot of things that just weren't great about that ball game back. Was that last week? It was last Wednesday, I believe, when they took on Knoxville. And since then, they went and they've kind of cleaned things up a little bit over the last couple of ball games. Now, of course, they had the tough task the following day after that game against Knoxville. They had to go to DMAC, and it was a tough go there. But ever since then, they've kind of rebounded. They have since beat beat them on senior night, where they were celebrating Addison Anderson on senior night. So a good win there against Rova. And then it was a win on Monday against Stark County, 57-30. So it would seem that the A-Town Tornadoes have kind of weathered what little storm that we thought we were going to see after that performance against Knoxville, and then, of course, the loss on the road against DMAC. It looks like they may have weathered the storm. We'll see if that is the case, but they're going to have their hands full here tonight as number 6 Annawan makes the trip down, and they've got some big names that we're going to have to talk about here. But we'll talk about that after the national anthem here. They're going to the national anthem. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
And welcome back. TSSR Game Time Live brought to you by MDH. Wide Reed on the call from A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois, as we get ready for a ranked matchup here this evening. Number 6 Annawan takes on number 17 A-Town, and we are happy to be here, ready for some great Wednesday night basketball to wrap up the regular season. Of course, the regional quarterfinals get underway on Saturday, so we are very excited to be here on Saturday in A-Town. So we'll talk about that a little bit later on here in the broadcast. But the starting lineup being announced here this evening, we'll go over this starting lineup here once they get them all announced. I can actually look down and see what the rest of the starting lineup is. So let's get it in there. Number 1 is Clara Bella Van Opdorp, and no, I'm not making that up. That is the full name of Clara. We might just have to call her Clara for quickness in this ball game. But you've also got number 2, Kaylee Sellis in the starting lineup. Number 3, Elena Manuel. Number 23, Olivia Goodley, and number 32 is Zoe Vance. And number 1, Kennedy Quinn being announced as A-Town rocking the highlighter yellow uniforms. Oh, I love those. As coming out also number 11, Emma Gunther. I think this is going to be pretty similar to the starting lineup that we've seen throughout most of the season. Trouble getting the pants off there is Emma Gunther, as they've got these special tear-off pants here on the final game of the regular season. And Emma, needless to say, had a little bit of an issue. Caden Quinn, the next starter announced for A-Town. We've also got stepping out there Haley Redding, who had an excellent showing last week against Knoxville. More trouble with the tear-off pants. Clearly they did not go through a rehearsal with the tear-off pants here this evening. And the junior guard, Taylor Ford. And that was flawless right there. Well done, ladies, with the tear-off pants. Okay, let's play some basketball. But A-Town going to have their hands full here tonight, as a number of players on the Annawan Bravettes. Their lineup, a lot of size. 6'1", Kaylee Sellis. You've got 6-foot Ella Anderson, not in the starting lineup, but potentially coming off the bench. You got Zoe Vance, number 32, out there. She's 5'11". 5'10", Paige Sirens. I mean, there is some big players out there, so A-Town going to have to really step it up here tonight, and we'll see if they can do just that. As we said, it looks like A-Town may have weathered the storm a little bit here over the last couple of ball games, thanks to some good play on Saturday and Monday. Quinn tries to throw it cross court, and that one's tipped out of bounds. A nice play by Clara Bella Van Opdorp, which I'm going to try not to mess that name up here tonight, but we shall see. Emma Gunther takes the inbounds pass after A-Town wins the tip-off. There's a 3 on the way from the corner. That one is no good by Haley Redding. And the offensive rebound goes. There's Kennedy Quinn, right wing 3 on the way. That one's no good. And another offensive rebound again, which 2 offensive rebounds against a team with this size is certainly a good thing. There's a turnover, however. And here comes Annawan for the first time today with the basketball. Cross-court pass goes to Elena Manuel inside. Tried to get a close shot. That one's no good by Zoe Vance. And the rebound comes out to the Tornadoes. They'll move left to right in those highlighter uniforms. Feel free to get into the comments section. We'd love to hear from you here this evening as Kennedy Quinn turns it over. Getting back, though, defensively. And that one's blocked. And finally, another offensive rebound. The putback is good and a foul. Zoe Vance gets that one to go and one, as we've just crossed the 1-minute mark here of our first quarter. 6:58 to go, and Zoe Vance with the first 2 points of the ball game, looking for an and one. That one is no good, and the rebound, goes to Kennedy Quinn. She'll bring it left to right. Kennedy struggled the last time we saw her here on TSSR, struggling against the Knoxville Blue Bullets. There's a corner 3 on the way. That's no good by Emma Gunther. Rebound comes out to the Bravettes, wearing the white uniforms with the maroon numbers and letters here this evening. As a nice pass goes inside. The extra pass gets it to Vance. Back up top they go. Van Opdorp. That is Opdorp, Yeah, I'm going to try not to mess her name up too bad here tonight. You can just see the size that Zoe Vance causing all sorts of problems. A-Town trying to go get those rebounds, but it is so hard when you're going up against a girl who's 5'11", 6 feet possibly. 6'1", Kaylee Sellis, who just passes it inside. There's Vance, the turnaround shot. That one might have been partially blocked. Rebound comes out. Here comes A-Town, moving left to right. Kennedy Quinn, as we said, struggled against the Knoxville Blue Bullets, but you can't be perfect in all of them. She only had 10 points. There's a jumper from Emma Gunther from the elbow. That one's no good. Fight for the rebound, tipped into the hands of Annawan. 5:48 to go. There's a corner three on the way. That one is up and good. A three for Olivia Goodley. And it's a 5-0 start here for the Bravettes of Annawan. There's a corner pass to Taylor Ford. Nice extra pass. Kennedy Quinn is there to lay it up and in. And finally, the lid taken off the basket. The A-Town Tornadoes picking up their first point here of the ball game, and it goes to Kennedy Quinn. There's a three on the way, left wing. That one didn't even hit the rim. And a nice nice box out by Taylor Ford, making sure, who was that? Olivia Goodley wasn't able to go try to get that offensive rebound. Might have sold it a little bit there. What a play, though, nonetheless, by Taylor Ford. That's good box out. Kennedy Quinn brings it across the timeline, goes into the corner. There's Haley Redding, a corner three on the way. That one halfway down and out. Caden Quinn tipped it a couple of times, but can't get the offensive rebound. Under 5 minutes to go. Here comes Annawan. That one is tipped by Quinn out of bounds. 4:53 to go here in the first. Good to have everybody along here this evening. Again, feel free to get into the comment section. We love hearing from you. Vance, her shot quickly no good. And the rebound comes out to the Tornadoes. Into the corner it goes. Taylor Ford will take a shot, and she'll hit. That's a three. Taylor Ford showing off a little bit of range, and we're tied at 5. 4:35 to go here in the first. And that one's tipped, nearly stolen. A bump and a foul as Kaylee Sellis. She was bumped on the play. And that'll be the third foul on A-Town here in the opening quarter. Gotta watch that. A-Town already dealing with not a lot of depth on their lineup. There's a jumper for Sellis. That is a nice, easy play there when you're 6'1". That is a very easy shot. And she puts it up and in. And Kaylee Sellis, her first 2 points of the ball game. Nearly a walk. It's gonna force a turnover anyway. And the shot goes up and in. It's Clara Bella Van Ordorp, excuse me. And a timeout is called by A-Town. They want to talk it over. We'll take a timeout with them. We're back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back. TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here this evening as we're in the first quarter. Timeout called by A-Town. A score correction, as you may have noticed on the scoreboard. I thought it was a 3 from Taylor Ford, but they gave her a 2 instead. So it is now 9-4. A-Town trailing by 5, their biggest deficit of the game so far. Nice pass inside goes to Caden Quinn, but unable to handle it. A bump and a foul called on Annawan. That'll be their first. I, for some reason, gave Annawan an earlier foul. That was my mistake. 9-4. A-Town looking to get the ball inbounds. They get it to Kennedy Quinn, right side. Now cross court to Caden Quinn. Good ball movement here from A-Town. Caden Quinn loses the handle, but Ford there to clean it up. Emma Gunther, top of the key. That one nearly tipped and stolen. Haley Redding, cross court, gets it. Kennedy Quinn drives the baseline, goes up, puts the shot up, and gets that one to go. It's Kennedy Quinn. She's got 4, and the lead is down to 3 for Annawan. They bring the ball up the floor. Free throw line it goes. 9-6, and stepping on the baseline before she was able to save it was Kennedy Quinn, who, by the way, going with the full compression sleeve on the left, or is that the right leg? There's been times where she hasn't done that. A nice inbounds pass, getting it to the tallest player on the floor, Kaylee Sellis, who lays it up and in. That one just too easy on that inbounds. Here's Kennedy Quinn getting it, trying to get it to Avery Stiegel, who's fresh into the ball game, but it's turned over. Top of the key, a quick three in transition. That one's no good. Offensive rebound goes to Vance, whose shot is partially blocked, but a foul is called on A-Town. That'll be the fourth foul on A-Town here in the quarter. Kennedy Quinn picks up her second foul here in this first quarter, so that is certainly not good news if you're head coach Brent Dugan, as the first shot no good. Caden Quinn will check in for Taylor Ford. Gonna trust his superstar to not commit any more fouls. That is certainly what you're hoping in this situation, as that one is tipped out of bounds. Oh, and they're gonna say it's off of A-Town. A-Town struggling to rebound the ball. They rebounded the ball pretty good on their opening possession, but since then they haven't been able to get that many rebounds. A free throw line jumper for Vance doesn't hit the rim, and the rebound comes out this time to A-Town. Trying to split a double team. It's Kennedy Quinn, and a walk then in transition for Kaylee Sellis. A-Town fans not happy with a no call. They thought there was a little too much contact. 11-6 our score. A little full court pressure coming from the Bravettes. They're able to break it. 2-on-1 the other way if they hurry. A-Town will slow it down though. Getting it into the corner, it's Quinn. To Caden Quinn, top of the key. Good ball movement here. Haley Redding, little turnaround. Close shot, that one's no good. The rebound comes out to Annawan. Annawan, number 6 in the state of Illinois in Class 1A. Into the corner, Sellis showing off some range. Shot's no good though. Rebound, offensive rebound again goes to Vance. Sellis back to Vance. That shot no good. Offensive rebound cleaned up again. And Kaylee Sealis, they say on the PA announcer, so I'm going to go with Sealis then as well. Into the corner. There's a three on the way for Gunther. That one no good. Avery Stiegel comes away with it and unfortunately lost it out of bounds. 1:51 to go here in the first quarter. 13-6. A-Town just kind of struggling to get their rhythm going. A-Town coming in winners of 2 in a row. Annawan coming in winners of 4 in a row. Something, though, they have had in common over the last couple of weeks is they both lost to West Central, who's got the 1 seed in the sectional. Which, if A-Town were to win, as a tie-up is called, if A-Town were to win on Saturday against Princeville, as there's a little confusion with who had the basketball. Possession arrow was to the Bravettes. It'll go to the Tornadoes, but if A-Town wins on Saturday against Princeville, they will have the not-so-fun task of taking on West Central, who they lost to just a few weeks ago. A-Town gets a takeaway here. Under a minute and a half to go in the opening quarter. Kennedy Quinn bringing it up the floor, gets it into the corner. Good ball movement. Quinn, right wing three on the way. That one is good. It's Kennedy Quinn. Leave her that open. She's going to take it every single time. Kennedy Quinn makes it 13-9. Big shot there for the Tornadoes. As it goes up top, Van Opdorp kicks it. New face into the game. That's Paige Sirens. Number 5 for the Bravettes as we're under a minute. That one tipped by A-Town, but they get it back. Shot goes up, and again, that size, Kaylee Sealis, just making that look too easy. Layup makes it 15-9, 38 seconds to go. As Gunther is bumped, a lot of contact, no call. Here they come the other way. Sealis, in transition, is able to lay it up and in. Kaylee Sealis already with double figures. She's got 10. As 18 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Gunther struggles, loses the handle, it goes out of bounds. So it'll be another turnover. Some reason the scoreboard won't update here. 17-9 is the score. 12 seconds, Annawan with the basketball, trying to get a last-second shot here. Nice cut to the basket by Van Opdorp. Shot is no good. 3 seconds left here. Kennedy Quinn's got to hurry. Three-quarter court heave at the buzzer. That one's no good, and that will end our first quarter. Kind of a dominant first quarter there for Annawan. What adjustments will be made by the Tornadoes? We'll find out. Quarter number 2 on the way next on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here this evening from A-Town High School. As the A-Town Tornadoes in a little bit of a hole here after one quarter of basketball. The Bravettes of Annawan off to a 17-9 start. If I could think here, trying to type and talk at the same time, having a tough time doing that. Into the corner it goes, Haley Redding. A-Town starting with the basketball, but A-Town unfortunately turning it over. Top of the key, a quick three on the way, and that one is short, as Van Opdorp knew it was short. She tried to get her own rebound, but it goes out of bounds, and Taylor Ford making another play, making sure she doesn't get that play. Taylor Ford has definitely impressed me with a couple of plays here tonight. There's nothing that'll show up on a stat sheet, but a couple of box outs. That one right there saved Annawan a chance to get the ball back. Into the corner, Caden Quinn thought about shooting. Instead, gets it to Gunther. Pass goes inside, a whistle and a foul. That'll be the first foul here in our second quarter. Leading scorer for the Bravettes of Annawan, already in double figures, which is kind of no surprise. That is Kaylee Sealis. She's got 10 points here after one quarter of basketball. Taylor Ford might have been poked in the eye, as she is feeling it here. So she will check out. Avery Stiegel will check back into the game. A-Town doesn't have a ton of gals, I should say, to go to on the bench. There's Quinn, left wing, wide open. She'll shoot it, and that's no good off the back of the rim. Rebound comes out to Sealis. Struggles to handle the basketball in transition, but Annawan will keep possession as we come up on the first minute gone here of quarter number 2. 17-9 after one quarter of basketball. Up top, Van Opdorp kicks it into the corner. I think I've got the name figured out there for Opdorp. And that one goes off the hands of Elena Manuel. So a turnover for Annawan. So both teams kind of struggling with the turnover here. A-Town especially. A-Town also struggling with the fact that they've really had a tough time rebounding the basketball, which has been something that they've been doing really, really well. They did it, able to keep them alive in the Knoxville game when Knoxville was making their run. As it goes, Kennedy Quinn, a little floater from close range. That's up and good. Kennedy Quinn up to 9 points here tonight. And that cuts the lead down to 6 here in quarter number 2. But yeah, the rebounding was so good against Knoxville. That's what kept them in. Here's Avery Stiegel off the steal. She'll shoot it from the free throw line. That's up and good. It's Avery Stiegel getting that one to go. Her first 2 points of the ball game. And the lead is down to 2. Or excuse me, the 2 possessions, I mean. Down to 4. 6:05 to go here in the first half. Up top it goes. Olivia Goodley. Paige Sirens. Down to the free throw line. Nice cut to the basket. Sirens goes. That one might have been blocked by A-Town. They kick it back up top. Top of the key. A three on the way for Manuel. That is up and good. Elena Manuel got the open look thanks to the extra possession on the offensive rebound and is able to take advantage. It's 20-13. 5:35 to go here, first half. Caden Quinn picks up her dribble. She is struggling to find a teammate. Gets it to Quinn. Gunther into Redding on the baseline. Jumper, that's no good. Offensive rebound to Stiegel. Nice extra pass. Caden Quinn gets open and lays it up and in. Caden Quinn with her first 2 points of the game, 20-15. Up top, Sealis gets it inside. Now Zoe Vance. She is hounded by Caden Quinn, and she forces a travel. What a play by Caden Quinn. Able to force that turnover, and now A-Town feel like they might have a little bit of momentum, I should say. As Quinn loses the handle, there goes that momentum, but Emma Gunther steals it right back. Kennedy Quinn might have got away with a travel, kicks it to Redding in the corner, drives, puts up a shot, left-handed shot, no good. Offensive rebound, put back, no. And fight for the rebound, won by A-Town. Right wing three on the way for Kennedy Quinn, that is no good. Boy, that looked good off the fingertips for me. As that one goes inside, nice play. A-Town tips it away. Stiegel with it, gets it to Haley Redding. 2-on-2 the other way. Loses the handle. Caden Quinn gets it back, and a whistle and a tie-up. That will send it to Annawan. They've got the possession arrow. Clara Bella Van Opdorp makes her way back out onto the floor. A timeout is called. A 30-second timeout, I believe, was called. We'll take 15. We're back after this on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here. 4:21 to go here in quarter number 2. The A-Town Tornadoes with a 20-15 lead over the Bravettes. Or excuse me, the Bravettes with the lead over the Tornadoes. Words are hard here this evening. Nice pass inside to Sealis. Misses the easy layup, however. Here comes Kennedy Quinn. 2-on-2 the other way. Quinn kicking into the corner. There's Caden Quinn. Left corner three. That is no good. Avery Stiegel gets a nice rebound. Quinn, left wing three on the way. That one is good. Another offensive rebound leading to a big three, and the A-Town Tornadoes are down 2. Into the corner it goes. A once 9-point lead down to 2 for Annawan. Up top it goes to Manuel. Now getting it to Goodley. Sealis in the corner. Not really where you want her when she's 6 feet tall. Zoe Vance inside. Might have been hit. A lot of contact, no call. And trying to save it is Emma Gunther on the baseline, but she stepped out of bounds. Taylor Ford will check in for Caden Quinn. Trying to keep bodies fresh here is Coach Dugan. Inside, there's Goodley, a quick three on the inbounds pass. Offensive rebound, shot up no good, but a foul is called. And Kaylee Sealis will go to the line. Scoreless here in quarter number 2 after 10 in the opening quarter. Taylor Ford picked up her second. First free throw is up and good. That is the first foul on A-Town here in the quarter. Sealis gets the first, makes it a 3-point game. Can't get the second, however. And it's 21-18. And a whistle and a foul is called. Kennedy Quinn forcing the foul. I think that was on Goodley. Yep, Goodley picks up the foul. Second on the Bravettes here in the quarter. 3:12 to go here in quarter number 2. Kennedy Quinn up top, Taylor Ford. Whistle and another foul. That one should be on Clara Bella Van Opdorp. I know I don't have to say her full name, but the more I say it, the more I'll get it right. I could have just said Van Opdorp, but where's the fun in that, right? Taylor Ford loses the handle. Fight for the basketball. A whistle. Are they going to call a timeout? They're going to give Annawan I don't know, they give a tie-up, which the possession arrow, my mistake, was on the Bravettes. Now we'll switch back to the Bravettes. Under 3 minutes to go. Quinn. Wouldn't you know it, we lost the score bug. A lot of contact. I heard the slap from up here, no call. 2:50 to go. Another slap, no call. You might not be able to hear it, but I'm hearing it all the way up here. Fight for the basketball goes to Taylor Ford. Gunther now with it. Kicks it to Quinn. Left elbow shot. That one too strong. Offensive rebound. Stiegel puts it up, no good. Fight for the rebound again. A-Town unable to get it there. 2.5 to go here in the second quarter. A lot of contact here in this game. These girls are going to have handprints on their arms after this ball game. Van Opdorp drives, puts up the shot, a nice look. Clara Bella Van Opdorp gets that one to go. And the lead back up to 5 with 2:05 to go here in quarter number 2. Kennedy Quinn gets it right side to Taylor Ford. Loses the handle, that one's tipped and stolen away. 1-on-2 the other way. Nice play. Oh, that's a good look there. Olivia Goodley able to run the fast break. Lay it up and in. Another basket. And suddenly the lead's back up to 7. Quick pass to Haley Redding. Corner 3 on the way. That one no good. Annawan with the rebound. Don't forget the JV game coming up after this, a modified JV. Neither team is very deep when it comes to the JV roster. So that'll be interesting to see. 1:25 to go here. Into the corner, Van Opdorp, pump fakes, drives. A little too strong, but able to get it back. There's Goodley, another 3. That one didn't hit the rim. Emma Gunther fighting for the rebound. And the whistle, another tie-up. One thing I will say about Annawan's coach, which their head coach is a guy whose name I'm not going to get right here, so bear with me here. That is Jason. That's not the hard part. It's his last name. That is the difficult one. Berkowitz. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And a 3 for Kaylee Sealis, which I missed while I was trying to figure out that name. And suddenly Annawan has the biggest lead of the game here so far, a 10-point lead. Whistle and a travel, another turnover with 50.8 seconds to go here. And just as I said, felt like A-Town had some momentum a few minutes ago. That momentum is long gone. And Annawan has the momentum here with 45 seconds to go here in the first half. Chance to add on to their already big lead. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound comes out. Kennedy Quinn with it. A lot of contact again. Another no call. Avery Stiegel puts the shot up, no good. Zach in the comments said nailed that last name. Did I get it right? Berkowitz? Berkowitz? I don't know. But Zach's last name is Van Opdorp, so I'm guessing that's what the one name you're saying that I'm nailing. Whatever the case is. Stiegel, first free throw's up and good. I'll take it no matter what. Zach is correcting me, though, on one of the names here for Annawan, which I am okay to criticism. Like, you guys can help me out here. Stiegel, first free throw, good. Second free throw, also good. Apparently I was saying Paige Siren's name wrong. I got it right there that time, though. Inside it goes, 20 seconds. Nice rebound by Emma Gunther. Tell you what, A-Town, a double dribble called on on Taylor Ford. 12.9 seconds to go here in the first half. Good to have Zach here, though, keeping me in line. Some of these Annawan names. As a shot goes up. Foul called. And Clara Bella Van Opdorp, she will go to the line. That is the third foul on Taylor Ford. That'll be the team's fourth. Shot goes up, that one no good. Zach says he's the brother to Clara Bella. Coach name is correct as well. All right, well, I'm going to take that as a win and move on. I got the name right, which is crazy. Second one up and good for Annawan. Van Opdorp up to 5 points. And with 6 seconds, Kennedy Quinn, a little floater mid-range. That one, no lucky bounce there. The whistle, it goes out of bounds. And with 2.1 seconds to go, Annawan will have a chance if they want it. Anna Servin will check out just to make sure Kennedy Quinn doesn't pick up a late foul here. Not a bad call by Coach Dugan. No shot able to get up in time, and that will end our first half of basketball as we've got a good one in the making here. Annawan a couple of different times, felt like they might pull away, but A-Town has kept it close. They got the lead down to 2 at one point. But with that being said, Annawan will take a 9-point lead into the half, 29-20. We will go to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the numbers and get you ready for the second half right after this on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here this evening as we are at the half, as the Annawan Bravettes leading the A-Town Tornadoes 29-20 after 2 quarters of basketball. And it was a great first half, really a good first quarter. Didn't hear much from her until the very end from Kaylee Sealis. She had 10 first quarter points, finished the first half with 14, which that is very impressive, don't get me wrong. But after a 10 in that first quarter, you're like, uh-oh, we might be dealing with, kind of a West Central situation where we could be threatening 30, 40 points. And certainly is a possibility, 14 points, about that halfway mark to 30. So we'll keep an eye on that, of course, with Kaylee Sealis. And, with her being 6'1", they're going to keep going to her. She is definitely the option inside against a very undersized A-Town team, but this A-Town team has been scrapping their way and keeping this game close. Now you look at it, it's a 9-point lead. Annawan kind of finishing on a little bit of a run there in the second quarter. But A-Town had this at a 2-point game at one point in quarter number 2 after falling behind by 8 after one quarter. As we've got some kids playing an adult for our halftime entertainment, which is always fun. But, A-Town's kept fighting. And, again, they are undersized against names like Kaylee Sealis. You've got Zoe Vance, who's 5'11". You've got Kaylee Sealis, 6'1". Ella Anderson hasn't stepped on the floor yet, and she's 6 foot. Paige Searens, she's 5'10". So, there's a ton of size on the Annawan side, but A-Town on a couple of different occasions has rebounded the ball really, really well. Offensively, offensive rebounds are so important. When you miss those shots, you got to get some extra possessions. A-Town has had a couple of bursts where they rebound the ball really well, but then they go in spurts where they struggle to rebound the ball defensively, which gives Annawan the chance to get those offensive rebounds, and that has led to some second chance points, and that's really the difference. I don't have a stat on second chance points in front of me, but with that being said, that feels like it's the difference, because it felt like just as A-Town got the game down to 2, Annawan got some offensive rebounding that led to second chance points, and that was the spark plug to the run that they ended the first half on. So we'll see if A-Town can make some adjustments, maybe get some of these players in foul trouble. The only player in real foul trouble, to my knowledge, is Olivia Goodley, and she has 2. Other than that, Annawan has done a fantastic job in regards to fouls, avoiding getting their top players, their taller players, keeping them out of foul trouble. So let's take a look at the scoring breakdown. It is Kaylee Sealis. I talked about her just a minute ago. She's got 14 points after one half of basketball. You've got Clara Bella Van Opdorp, whose brother Zach has been in the comments section. Big shout out to you there, Zach. Clara finishes the first half with 5 points. 5 points for Olivia Goodley as well. It was 3 points for Elena Manuel, 2 points for Zoe Vance. For the A-Town Tornadoes, they were led, who else, by Miss Kennedy Quinn. After a shaky game against Knoxville where she only had 10 points, she's shaking that off as she has got 12 already here in the ball game. So 12 points to lead the way for A-Town. It was 4 points, though, for Avery Stiegel, 2 points for Caden Quinn, and 2 points for Taylor Ford. So after Kennedy, really hasn't been somebody to step up and fill up the stat sheet, which you're going to need to do in a game like this. It has been very physical. I've heard a lot of slaps that haven't gotten called, which is very surprising. Typically when you hear a slap, you're going to get a foul call. But for some reason, these officials haven't been calling some fouls, and there's been a lot of contact in this game. I'm kind of curious to see if that'll it'll be a similar style of game here in the second half. And we'll see if some of those fouls maybe get called. I hope not. I want them to be consistent. That's the one thing you want from an official. You want them to be consistent in their foul calls. And, if you're getting calls if you're not getting calls in one half, and then all of a sudden you start getting a ton of fouls in the second half, that can ruin what could be a really good game. And we got the potential for this to be a good game. This is number 6 versus number 17 in the state of Illinois in Class 1A. And boy, it's got the chance, man. It has really got the chance. Right now it's a 9-point game. 1 run is all A-Town needs to get back into this game. And, A-Town's certainly capable with names like Kennedy Quinn, Haley Redding as well, which Steve in the comments section says need some of those Redding threes to go down. Yeah, she's had some open looks there in the first half. Got to hit those open shots. Haley Redding, no points in the first half. That's very surprising. And let me go back to previous games that I've done and look at just how good Haley Redding has been this season. She led the team in scoring against Knoxville with 11. She had 12 against United, 10 against Princeville. She had 20 against Calhoun back in December, 16 against BPC, 17 against Wethersfield. Those are the kind of numbers that you're used to seeing from Haley Redding. And the fact that you look at the score sheet, she has a goose egg in the first half. That's going to catch you off guard. So we'll see. Maybe you get Haley Redding hot. Kennedy Quinn stays hot. She's got 12 first half points. That certainly could be the spark that the A-Town Tornadoes need if they're going to come back here. Zach in the comments before we go to a quick break says, I think they will continue to let them play. That seems like the trend later in the season. I hope you're right, Zach. And, if they're not calling fouls in that first half, I hope that stays the case here in the second half. Just be consistent with your foul calling and everybody will be happy. Now, be it the fans have not been happy to some of those non-calls, but, if you're not going to call fouls and you're going to want this to be a clean game, so to speak, let's see that happen here in the second half. So, Zach, you do bring up a good point. I hope that is the case. Going to take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, the second half of basketball will be getting underway here at TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
And welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. As we get ready for the start of the third quarter, and again, I had the possession arrow wrong, so the A-Town Tornadoes will start with the basketball. And now let's play some basketball here as a wide open pass. There's Haley Redding, open three, and that's a good start for Haley Redding. We just talked about her during the halftime break. Steve, you brought up a good point. Some of those threes got to fall. How about that after half? Haley Redding gets a three. We're back to a 6-point game. 7:38 to go here in the third quarter. Inside, it goes to Vance. Able to get inside and make that one look way too easy. Zoe Vance lays that one up and in. And a nice answer by Annawan. 31-23 now our score. Up top it goes Emma Gunther. Inside it goes Kennedy Quinn, drives the baseline, tried a little up and under, no good. Offensive rebound, the putback up and good by Caden Quinn. There's that offensive rebounding I talked about during the half. So maybe, just maybe, things will play out like I talked about. Wouldn't that be something? The announcer may be getting it right. Doesn't happen all that often. Left side it goes to Olivia Goodley. Now she goes right side, nearly stepped out of bounds. Nice tip there by Caden Quinn to break up that play and have Annawan reset. 6:49 to go here in the third. 31-25. Up top it goes. Sealis drives right side, kicks it now to Elena Manuel. Vance right side to Sealis. Sealis gonna put up an elbow shot. That one's no good. A rebound fought for and won by Caden Quinn. That's just who wanted it more. Quinn got it. Redding in the corner, gets it to Emma Gunther. Looks like a little bit of a zone here from Annawan. A whistle, it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with A-Town. And the Annawan crowd is not happy. They are not happy at all. I don't know what they'd be upset about. Haley Redding. Maybe they wanted a foul call, but that is not the case. Nice ball movement. Caden Quinn, open corner three on the way. That is no good. Offensive rebound, Redding. That's no good. That was a good look there by A-Town, unable to get it to go. 6:05 to go here in the third. It goes left side. There's a left wing three on the way. That one no good by Goodley. The rebound goes to Haley Redding. Kennedy Quinn picked up 2 early fouls in the game and has since done really well. There's Taylor Ford running the fast break. A nice pass to get that one up and in. Taylor Ford with 4 points, and it's 31-27. Still no fouls here. There's Sealis, right wing three on the way. That is up and good. Kaylee Sealis. She may be 6'1", but she has got a little bit of range as well. That one is good. And that's back to a 7-point game. 5.5 to go here in the third quarter. Kennedy Quinn moves right side, now up the middle. Lou might have got away with a walk there. Caden Quinn, Taylor Ford, Emma Gunther, left wing three on the way. They're trying to get an answer. That one no good. Rebound comes out to the Bravettes as Elena Manuel will bring it across the timeline. Coming up on 5 minutes to go here in the third, Zoe Vance. She's got it inside. Little turnaround shot. That one's up and good. Now Zoe Vance getting some looks, the 5'11 senior. I have the score all sorts of screwed up here. Let's get this correct. Shot goes up. There's Kennedy Quinn. I'll get it right here eventually. Goodness gracious. What the heck happened? All right, so let's get this right here. Tornadoes have 29. Bravettes, their score is correct. For some, I've been doing this all season. Nice find. Haley Redding gets wide open and lays that one up and in. Haley Redding, she has got 5 points here in the third quarter. Inside Zoe Vance, a right-handed hook shot. Oh boy, looks like the plan was to go to Vance instead of Sealis. That is a nice easy layup there. The Bravettes back up by 7. 4:09 to go here in the quarter. Oh, what a save there by Caden Quinn. A bump and a foul. Taylor Ford draws the first foul here in this third quarter. Goodness, what was going on with that scoreboard there? I did not do that on purpose, by the way. Uh, 4:04 to go here in the third. Inbounding the ball, Stiegel gets it into Quinn. Nice pass into the corner. Good ball movement, extra pass. Ford, left wing three, that's short. Rebound comes out to the Bravettes. A-Town's been moving the ball really good and has gotten open looks. Just need to cash in on those looks. Good extra pass. There's Sealis, right corner three. Oh boy, that was halfway down. It rattles out. Rebound comes. Here comes Kennedy Quinn trying to split a double team and drawing another foul. That'll be a foul on Vance. Zoe Vance. Her first, team second. Up top to Caden Quinn on the inbounds pass. Gets it to Kennedy Quinn, left wing three. That is up, no good. Boy, that looked good off the fingertips. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be Annawan basketball. I mean, when she catches it in the, just catches it that way, it just feels like every time it's going to go in, you're kind of surprised when it doesn't go in for Kennedy Quinn. 3.5 to go here in the third, 38-31. Inside pass, that is tipped out of bounds. That was a little bit of a size mismatch. Kennedy Quinn going up against Zoe Vance. Yet Kennedy winning the battle in that one. Inside pass to Sealis on the inbounds pass. No good. Offensive rebound, shot goes up, no good, but a foul. That'll send Zoe Vance to the line. That is the second foul on Emma Gunther. Her second, team's first here in the quarter. Zoe Vance, who had 2 points in the first half, she has got a ton here. She's got 6 already in the quarter. Helps when you got a couple of different options that are right around that 6-foot mark, because the second shot is up and good for Vance. Makes it an 8-point game. Oops. Wrong +1. There we go. Here's Haley Redding coming. Avery Stiegel's got it. Oh, and there's a miscommunication there, as Stiegel was looking for Redding, and Redding didn't know the ball was coming her way. 39-31. Annawan with it. 3:10 to go here in the third. I didn't even preview Saturday's game. I just realized during the halftime I was planning on doing that, but we had a lot to talk about after that first half. Under 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Into the corner. There's a three on the way for Van Opdorp. That's no good. Rebound comes out to Kennedy Quinn. Here comes Quinn. Gets it to Caden Quinn. That's off the fingertips, though, out of bounds. Another turnover for A-Town. Just feels like A-Town might be pushing it just a little bit too much. They just slow down and make those passes. They might be able to get some of those open looks they were getting early in this quarter, as Van Opdorp drives, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound goes to Quinn. 2.5 to go here in the third. Nice pass up the floor. Caden Quinn all by herself, and she lays it up and in. Caden Quinn with 6 points. A-Town back to within 6. 2:20 to go here in the third. As Van Opdorp brings it up the floor, kicks it right side. Here's Sealis, top of the key, right side. There's a right wing three on the way. That is no good. Offensive rebound tipped out. Van Opdorp comes away with it. Now Sealis gets it to Manuel. Back to Van Opdorp, driving left side into the corner. There's a three on the way for Goodley. That one no good. Rebound tipped for and stolen away. What a play. That's Emma Gunther down on the bottom of the pile, coming away with it. Nice pass, Avery Stiegel running the fast break, no good. Offensive rebound, Kennedy Quinn lays it up, no good. Got her own rebound, lays it up, no. Stiegel, another shot, no, but a foul. How about the offensive rebounding by A-Town on that one? Kennedy Quinn got 2 of them. Stiegel got 1. Whew, boy. The intensity in this game. I love it. This is what basketball is all about, folks. First shot is up, no good by Stiegel. Avery Stiegel with 4 points here in this ball game. And the A-Town Tornadoes throughout the season, but especially during that lull where they didn't look all that great against Knoxville, as that one's no good. The free throw shooting seemed to be an issue then, and it's an issue right now. There's an 0 for 2 for Avery Stiegel. Usually pretty consistent at the line. There's Goodley getting it right wing. Van Opdorp pump fakes, drives, puts up a floater. That's no good. Offensive rebound. Vance lays that one back up and in. What a quarter by Vance. She's up to 11 points, 9 since the break. 1:05 left here in the third. A-Town trailing by 8. Here's the pass. It goes driving forward, and a foul is called. The official on the far side of the court ended up calling that one. Looked like the official underneath the basket was not going to call that foul. That was a lot of contact not to call a foul, as Taylor Ford puts up the first one. She's up to 5 points here today. Lead down to 7. 57.3 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Second free throw is up. That one's no good. 7-point game for Annawan. A whistle and a travel. Goodley dragging that pivot foot. 52 seconds exactly. Only one foul on A-Town here in this quarter. One more foul on Annawan. A-Town will be in the bonus. Worth noting that. Redding back to Quinn. Free throw line. Now there's Redding. Left elbow shot. That one's up and good. Haley Redding. 7 points all since the half. 37 seconds to go. We've got a 5-point game. Boy, this one feels like a playoff game, even though it's not a playoff game. It goes right side. Sierens gets it to Manuel. Now back up top, Van Opdorp gets it to Silas. Inside, Zoe Vance turns around. Open shot, that one's no good. Fight for the rebound. A bump and a foul called on A-Town. Not the worst thing in the world. That'll be on Emma Gunther. That's just their second here in the quarter. 14.8 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Still 2-possession game. Vance on the inbound. Van Opdorp, right wing. Nice move. She gets open. Puts up the shot. That one goes in for Clara Van Opdorp. 2 seconds. Quinn, a little heave at the buzzer. That one no good. And that will end our third quarter. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go in that quarter. And one more quarter to decide this ranked matchup. We'll be back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Start of our fourth quarter about to get underway, and what a game it's been. The number 6 team in the state in Class 1A, the Annawan Bravettes, out to a 7-point lead over A-Town, the number 17 team in Class 1A. Good ranked matchup for the final game of the regular season. 8 more minutes to determine this one. 43-36 is our score. Cross-court pass goes right side to Sierens. Top of the key, there's Van Opdorp, a deep 3. That one no good. Offensive rebound goes to Silas. And Silas in the corner. That one might have been tipped. And the rebound goes out of bounds off of Annawan. So it will be A-Town basketball. Leading scorer in this ball game, that would be Kaylee Silas, although she's kind of been quiet since the half. Into the corner it goes, as that's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Annawan. Leading scorer for A-Town is Kennedy Quinn. She had 12 first half points. Just 2 points in that third quarter. Inbounds pass goes to Quinn. Shot up, no good. Vance with the rebound. And the shot goes up. Elena Manuel gets that one to go. My apologies, I looked away for 1 second, and of course, I missed the shot. There's Kennedy Quinn right side. Might have been bumped there. There's Haley Redding, open corner three on the way. That one no good. Another open look for Haley Redding, unable to get that one to go. Rebound comes out to Annawan. First minute gone here in the fourth quarter, 6:50 to go. In beside pass goes to Sirens. Driving, putting up a shot. That one is no good. And a whistle and a foul is called. That'll be on Annawan, so it'll be A-Town basketball. 6:42 to go here in the fourth, 45-36. That foul on Zoe Vance, her second. Team's first here in the quarter. Kennedy Quinn bringing it up the floor. Quinn has not had a foul since the first quarter. She had 2 in the first quarter and has since not picked up a foul since. Nice play, a bump and a foul called. Foul on the floor. That'll be the second foul on Annawan. That'll be on Paige Sirens. They're doing the same thing I did. There's Zach saying sirens. A whistle. Did they call a timeout for Annawan? There's no way. There is no way they just granted that timeout. They did. They'll call a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. That was a 30-second timeout, so I should have taken a 15-second break, but I didn't. But we are back. Head coach Brent Dugan is not happy for the A-Town Tornadoes. Offensive rebound, Sealis misses the shot, and that one bounced off the hands of A-Town. That'll be, I was going to say, you're not going to have 2 calls like that. These officials have done a pretty good job being consistent here tonight. But there was that timeout call just before we went to break, which shouldn't have been granted to Annawan, just for the record. They did not have possession. You can go back and replay it. And then they nearly didn't call that over and back. Haley Redding, corner three on the way. That one is up and good. Haley Redding into double figures. That's a big bucket there for A-Town as they try to storm back, but down to a 6-point game. That one is tipped and stolen away. A-Town with it, a little bit of momentum. Here comes Kennedy Quinn, driving all the way to the basket, lays it up, a lot of contact, no call. Quinn loses it out of bounds. I don't want to harp too much on these officials because, like I said, they've been very consistent here today, but there was no way that was Annawan's possession. There just is no way. And then they don't want to call that over and back. The one near side official had to call it. There's a shot up by Van Opdorp. That's no good. Fight for the rebound. Emma Gunther nearly got it. Sealis comes away with it. Nice pass to Vance, who gets inside and lays it up and in. Back to an 8-point lead. Right wing, there's a 3 on the way for Kennedy Quinn. She gets that one to go. Kennedy Quinn up to 17 points. And the lead is down to 5, under 5 minutes to go here in the fourth. Right side, now back up top. Back and forth, Van Opdorp picks up the dribble, gets it to Goodley. Nice defense from Kennedy Quinn on her. Cross-court pass is intercepted by Taylor Ford. Here comes Ford in transitions. Got Quinn, top of the key, a three. That one's no good. Rebound, fought for. Offensive rebound, put back up and good for Haley Redding. Timeout on the floor. Annawan calls a timeout. Haley Redding is up to 12 points. We've got a ball game, folks. Don't go anywhere. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here this evening. 4:26 to go here in the fourth. A-Town getting a little bit of momentum. They were down by 9 just a few moments ago. Since then, they've cut the lead down to 6. Annawan has led most of this ball game. As Van Opdorp gets it inside, there's Vance. Nice play by Ford to seal that one off. Top of the key, Van Opdorp nearly traveled with it. Gets it to Manuel. Good ball movement. Here's Goodley, left side. As we approach 4 minutes to go, the crowd's starting to get into this one as a whistle and a foul is called. That's the first foul on A-Town. Be on Kennedy Quinn. Only 3 fouls between the two teams here in this quarter, despite what my scoreboard says. Up top, Goodley, wide open pump fake. She drives instead, and she walked with it. Another turnover. And with 3:57 to go, A-Town will get the basketball back. Number 6 versus number 17. I told you this was going to be a good one, folks. What a way to wrap up the regular season. Here's Quinn, cross-court pass, Haley Redding. Oh boy, if she caught that one clean, she might have shot it. Shot goes up, no good. Offensive rebound, put back up and good. It's Haley Redding. She's up to 14 points, all since halftime, excuse me. And we've got a 1-point game. Here comes A-Town. Van Opdorp loses the handle. A whistle and a timeout called by Annawan. A-Town, Brent Dugan, look at him. He is not happy. I think he's arguing that one might have been bobbled. But another timeout granted to Annawan. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll do 15. We'll come back and recap what's going on right after this on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here this evening. What in the world is going on? This has just been one of the weirdest games that we have ever seen, but it's easily one of the best games we've seen all season long here. The A-Town Tornadoes and the Annawan Bravettes. A 1-point game, 3.5 to go here in the fourth. Left side it goes into the corner. Now back up top to Goodley. Van Opdorp with it right side. Here's Sealis. Haven't heard much from her here in the second half. Shot up, no good. Offensive rebound for Vance. Shot goes up. That's a nice play by Zoe Vance. She's been a big part of this second half for Annawan. The lead back up to 3. 49-46 our score. Top of the key, a 3 on the way for Kennedy Quinn for the tie. It's no good. And the rebound, they're going to say a travel on Annawan. That was a late call. I don't know what he was waiting for. Was it the theatrics right there? 2:54 to go here in the fourth. 49-46. A-Town with a chance to tie it with a 3. Steve, you're right. Redding definitely heating up here in the second half. Since halftime, she's got 14 points. Her and Quinn are tied for the team lead in scoring. Actually, Quinn has 17. There's Redding, open corner 3 for the tie. There it goes! Haley Redding's got another one! We're tied at 49. 2.5 to go here in the fourth. Sealis in the corner. That one over the head of the intended target. Another turnover for Annawan. Zach, a very great point. Had to think about that one. I don't know what he had to think about. It was a clear travel. We're, of course, referring to the last possession there a few moments ago. 2:20 to go here. A-Town with a chance to take the lead. A whistle and a blocking call on Annawan. I think the TV guy left too early. There was a guy here recording this game for, I don't know which channel he was for. You're going to see some highlights likely on a Quad City station tonight. Nice pass to Caden Quinn, and that one goes to the bench. Another turnover for A-Town. So both teams committing some turnovers here as things get tight. 49-49, 2:08 to go here in the fourth. Goodley gets it left side. Playoff atmosphere here in A-Town. Of course, the playoffs start on Saturday. There's a three for Sealis. That one doesn't hit the rim. Fight for the rebound. Goes to somebody. And a whistle and a tie-up is called. And a possession arrow, I'm just going to take that off. I've had it wrong all night. My apologies. A-Town with the basketball now after the tie-up. 1:48 to go here in the fourth. What a game this has been, folks. We aren't done yet. Kennedy Quinn, A-Town with a chance to take the lead. I don't think they've had a lead all game, if my memory serves me right. Here's Haley Redding, right side, loses the handle. That might be tipped into the backcourt. Whistle and a foul is called on Kaylee Sealis. And that'll be the fourth foul, so the Bravettes on the verge of going into the bonus, or at least the Tornadoes are. They'll go into the bonus with the next foul. 1:35 to go here in the fourth. Here's Kennedy Quinn. This is where she likes to show off her dribbling skills as it gets to Caden Quinn. Nice pass inside Taylor Ford. Finds Emma Gunther. Emma is able to get that ball back, and Brent Dugan quickly calls a timeout. Yeah, he's taking advantage of the officials being very quick to get those timeouts in. Annawan's gotten bailed out on it a couple of times. Head coach Brent Dugan wanting to take advantage here. We're not going to go to a break. We are going to sit here and enjoy this. I am going to take a drink, though. Tied at 49 with 1:21 to go here in the fourth. Could you ask for a better game to wrap up the regular season? I think not. A-Town with the basketball. One more foul from Annawan will put A-Town in the bonus. Gunther with it up top, 1:20 to go. Kennedy Quinn gets it back. Nice pass to Gunther. Gunther kicks it up top. Kennedy Quinn, top of the key for the lead. That one no good. Offensive rebound, fought for and won. Caden Quinn got it back, and a foul is called. And Caden Quinn will go to the line. Foul is on number 23, and if that's the case, that is the fifth foul on Olivia Goodley. So she's out of the game. Goodley on the bottom of the screen there, arguing her case. 1:06 to go here in the fourth. And that'll be the end of the day for Goodley. So coming into the game, it's Sirens. First free throw's on the way. That one's no good. Haley Redding. Thought there was only one foul shot. There's two. Even she gets confused with the the 1-and-1 rule. Shot goes up and good for Caden Quinn. She's up to 7 points. A-Town for the first time today has the lead, 50-49. 1 minute to go here in Abingdon. Zoe Vance picks up her dribble, gets it up top to Van Opdorp. Van Opdorp, right side. Gets it to Manuel, back to Sealis, excuse me. Whistle and a timeout called by Annawan. They've got one left, 47 seconds to go. We'll take 15. We're back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Welcome back. TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. The A-Town Tornadoes, for the first time today, have the lead. They had one point, got it down to 2, but have since been able to fight back from a 10-point deficit here in the second half, and have now taken the lead 50-49, 47.1 seconds to go here in quarter number 4. I got a sense that this might not be all. I think we're going to see some craziness here down the stretch. 47.1 seconds to go. Annawan gets it inbounds. Sirens up top. Picks up her dribble. And look at the defense by A-Town. Driving Van Opdorp. Shot goes up, no good, but a foul is called. That'll send Annawan to the free throw line as Clara Bella Van Opdorp. 1 for 2, I believe, from the line here today, if my memory serves me right. 37.7 seconds to go. First shot on the way for Van Opdorp. It's good. We're tied at 50. Van Opdorp's second shot. That one's up and good as well. Van Opdorp up to 9 points. Oops. And the Bravettes have the lead. A-Town trying to move quickly in transition, and they may have turned it over. A whistle and a foul called on A-Town with 30.9 seconds to go. That is a tough turnover there for the A-Town Tornadoes. Third foul. Got to get a couple more in order to push them into the bonus. Even if you get them into the bonus, that is certainly not a bad thing. Now the officials are talking. I don't know if they're talking about, I don't know what the official decision was. They're saying no foul. I don't know, did they get a timeout in? Annawan must have got a timeout in. Okay, so that's what it is. They're saying no foul on the play. Annawan got a timeout in because, of course, they did. That's just the way this game has been. Annawan calling timeouts. They're out of timeouts, by the way. 30.9 seconds to go here in quarter number 4. Number 6, Annawan leads number 17, A-Town, 51-50. What a game. What a game this has been. A-Town still now needs to foul Annawan a couple of different times to get into the bonus. I mean, as long as you don't give up a 3 here, you can give up a quick basket even, and it's still a one-possession ball game. Just thinking out loud. I think that we'll play the foul game down the stretch. 51-50. Annawan with a chance to get this one inbounded. A football pass goes inside to Silas, and another bump and a foul called on Taylor Ford. Annawan is not happy. They want a tech call. They're not going to get it. Not with the way this game is being called. They're calling that one. Wow, they didn't even call it on Taylor Ford. They called that on Caden Quinn, believe it or not. Caden got the reach-in call before Taylor came in and did the old hit stick. 28.8 seconds to go here in the fourth. A couple more times, A-Town needs to foul, or they're going to go for a steal here. And they get the steal with 25 seconds to go, and a foul is called. What a play. The foul is called on Clara Bella Van Opdorp. That's her third. A-Town will go to the line, and Emma Gunther will have a chance to give A-Town the lead again. Emma Gunther has not scored here in this game. Annawan has led most of this ball game. A-Town has only led on one occasion. It wasn't for long. 25.1 seconds to go. Gunther's first shot hits the rim, no good. And once again, the tough free throws, tough time shooting the free throws, rearing its ugly head here for A-Town. Second chance for a tie, and there you go. Tie ball game. Emma Gunther able to tie it. 1 of 2 from the line. Timeout is called. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Back after this, you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Timeout on the floor, A-Town calling it. They've got one left. Annawan is out of timeouts. So if they get into a pickle on this possession, they don't have the timeout to bail them out, like they have had a couple of times here tonight. We're tied at 51, despite what my scoreboard says. I don't know why it hasn't updated yet. Maybe because I didn't update it. We're tied at 51, though. Playoff atmosphere for sure in Abingdon. 25.1 seconds to go. Annawan with a chance to set up the game-winning drive here. 20 seconds. Van Opdorp gets it across the timeline. Up top it goes now to Sierens. Gets it to Manuel. Back up to Van Opdorp. 10 seconds to go. Van Opdorp moves right. Picks up the dribble. Nice defense by Quinn. 4 seconds to go. As that one thrown away with 2 seconds. Oh, they called a 5-second call. A-Town will have a chance for a last-second heave. 2 seconds to go, or we're going to overtime. And they're going to get the chance, instead of inbounding it on the baseline, they're going to get to inbound it right there in front of the Annawan bench, which is actually good news for A-Town. Shorten the court a little bit. 2 seconds to go. Whistle and a timeout called. Last one for A-Town. Whoo, boy. I can't breathe, man. What a game this has been. What am I going to do Saturday when the playoffs start? I have no clue, man. A-Town trailed after one quarter 17-9. They trailed at the half 29-20. They even trailed at the end of the third quarter 43-36. But they have outscored Annawan here in this quarter 15-8. And now they have one chance on this inbounds pass to set up a chance to win the game. I think there's only one place you go, and it's that girl on the middle part of your screen on the right side. Kennedy Quinn, I think, is going to get this one. I am wrong. The inbounds pass goes to Haley Redding. 2 seconds, 1 second at the buzzer. It's no good. And we're going to overtime. Oh, what a play. Haley Redding had the chance. She could not, though, possess it and get the shot up cleanly enough. And we're going to overtime. As we should. We'll take a timeout. We're back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
And welcome back. TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. We are going to overtime. Overtime number 1. 4 minutes on the clock. We still got a game after this, by the way. It's worth noting that.
My hands are sweating. I'm nervous over here.
Yeah, I think we're all nervous here. Nervous energy for sure here in the gym, as the tip-off is won by Annawan, and they'll bring it left to right as you look at your screen. Tied at 51. And up top, it's worth noting the foul situation. I'll get to that in just a second. Van Opdorp's shot is no good. Out of bounds off the hands of Kennedy Quinn. So the foul situation stays the same. A-Town is in the bonus. A-Town still has only committed 3 fouls, so they've still got some fouls to play with here. There's Vance inside. She's been quiet most of the second half. That one out of bounds off the hands of Annawan, and it'll be Tornado basketball. Steve, I agree. Couldn't have asked for a better look than that layup at the end of regulation. Redding just couldn't get the grip on it, and she missed the layup at the end of the fourth quarter. Inbounds pass goes forward. There's a corner 3 on the way for Kennedy Quinn. That's no good. Fight for the rebound. It is eventually won by Annawan. But a double team from A-Town, nearly forcing a turnover. A tie-up will give it back to A-Town. 3:14 to go here in overtime. 51-51 our score. Kennedy Quinn will inbound the basketball. Up top, Taylor Ford. Ford has got 5 points here today. Right wing 3 on the way for Haley Redding. That one off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Kennedy Quinn gets it back. Approaching 3 minutes to go here in overtime. Taylor Ford, a bump, and a foul is called on Annawan. Boy, the fans are not going to like that one. They've been hot here in the fourth quarter. As another foul on Annawan, that will send A-Town to the free throw line. And that is the 4th foul on Clara Bella Van Opdorp. Whoo, boy. How many times am I going to do that before the end of the game? Who knows? I'm trying to catch my breath, man. Taylor Ford misses the first free throw. No good. A-Town has led on a couple of occasions, but it's only been by 1 point. Taylor Ford can make that another occasion if she makes this one. She is able to do so. A-Town has the lead. It's 1, 52-51. 3 minutes to go here in overtime. Right corner it goes. Searens picks up the dribble, looking for help. She's looking for all sorts of help, is able to get Silas right side. 2:45 left here in overtime. Searens inside, gets it to Vance, backing down, turning around. That's a tough shot, and that one's no good. Rebound, offensive rebound, though, for Annawan. Nearly turned it over. Van Opdorp going to shoot a deep 3 from the volleyball line. That one's no good. Haley Redding gets the rebound. 2:25 here in overtime. Here comes Kennedy Quinn, splits a double team, puts it up, no good, but a foul. That foul will be on Paige Searens, her second. And this is the one girl you definitely want at the line. That's Kennedy Quinn. She's got 17 points here in the game. She missed the first, however. Chance to give them their biggest lead of the game. And that's saying something. A-Town hasn't led much of the game here today. Free throw, oh my, 0 for 2 from the line for Kennedy Quinn. Rebound goes to Kaylee Silas. So still a 1 point game for A-Town. Searens gets it to Silas. Thought about shooting. Van Opdorp now with it. Now back to Searens. Searens might have got away with a travel there. Inside to Vance. Turnaround shot. That one bounces home. It's Zoe Vance. She's got 17. And Annawan back up by 1. 1:55 to go here in overtime. Here's Quinn. Kicks it into the corner. Haley Redding, open 3 for the lead. That one no good. Rebound comes out to Annawan. 1:45 left here in overtime. 53-52. Searens. That one up top. As that one, a nice play there defensively. Tipped out off the hands of Kennedy Quinn. 1:29 to go here in the fourth. And we still got a JV game here tonight, folks.
Oh, yeah, we still got a JV game.
Don't forget that. Into the corner, there's Searens, drives, puts up a mid-range floater from the elbow, no good. Offensive rebound tipped around, and that's actually taken away by Emma Gunther. A-Town with a chance to take the lead here. 1:15 to go here in overtime. Quinn gets it to Gunther in the corner. Up top, Taylor Ford kicks it. Caden Quinn drives, double dribble. Man, a tough turnover there for A-Town. with 1:04 left here in quarter number 4, or excuse me, in overtime. Scoreboard still says quarter number 4, but it is overtime, I promise. 1 minute to go here in Abingdon. 53-52. Sirens up top. And she's going to drive to the baseline. The shot goes up. That one's no good. Offensive rebound for Vance. She puts it back up and in. Annawan now has a 3-point lead, 55-52. 39 seconds to go. Here's Gunther into the corner. That one's tipped out of bounds off the hands of Annawan. Both teams were given one timeout here for overtime. Worth noting that. And Annawan's coach is just, both coaches have been livid here tonight on a number of occasions. Coach Dugan got as red as I've ever seen him here tonight on one call, but they are going to talk it over. And now Annawan's coach, Jason Berkowitz, he's as red probably as his maroon top there. With 35.1 seconds to go, a timeout is called by A-Town. They're trying to draw up the tying play. You don't necessarily need a 3. A-Town does have 3 fouls, so if they do opt to go for the 2, they'd have to foul on 2 different occasions in order for them to get into the bonus situation. So that is just something to keep in mind here. Playoff atmosphere here in Abingdon, number 6 versus number 17 in Class 1A. We can only hope we see these two teams again at some point in the playoffs. You never know. 35.1 seconds to go. A-Town will inbound the basketball, trying to go for the trying to get that tying shot. There's Emma Gunther. She tried to take it there. There's top of the key. There's Kennedy Quinn for the tie. That one rattles home. Who else? It's Kennedy Quinn. We're tied at 50. We're tied at 55. Whistle and a timeout for Annawan. Who else do you go to? It's Kennedy Quinn. Ties the game. She's got 20. Let's take a timeout. I need a breath. We're back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Welcome back. TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Zach offering his 2 cents on that play where head coach Jason Berkowitz was not happy, said he went back, and I'm guessing he might have slowed it down even. The replay on YouTube apparently showed that the ball did go out off of A-Town, so A-Town might have got bailed out there. But that's the thing about high school. You don't have
My dad said this is a Super Bowl game.
You don't have a instant replay in high school. So with 20 seconds to go here in overtime, we're tied at 55. Left side, up top Van Opdorp, 15 seconds left. Right side Sirens, back to Van Opdorp, top of the key, she's gonna shoot a 3 for the lead, no good. Rebound goes to Kennedy Quinn, 7 seconds left. Flings that one up the court, it's Emma Gunther, 3 seconds left. Gets the shot up, trying to get it up at the buzzer, it's no good. And we're going to double overtime, because why not? Because why not? We've got kids falling out of the student section. They thought that shot was good by Haley Redding. She's had 2 chances to end the game. And I mean, goodness gracious. Could you ask for a better game? We'll take a quick timeout. Back after this on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Steve reacting, just a simple OMG. OMG indeed. Let's play another overtime. goodness gracious. I was texting a buddy back home. I said, yeah, I might be home early tonight. No, sir. Not going to be an early night tonight. We've still got a JV game after this here at A-Town. Tip-off, fought for, and still fought for and won by Annawan. They'll take it over to start double overtime. Neither team committed a foul, by the way. There's a three on the way for Sealis. That one's no good. The rebound, fought for, offensive rebound. Vance lays it back up and in, and a foul. Zoe Vance with a game-high 21 points now. And Haley Redding just picked up the foul. That's her second, team's fourth. As the Annawan free throw's no good, Kennedy Quinn gets the rebound. So having to work from behind again. A-Town was down 3 at one point in overtime. Kennedy Quinn gets a 3 with a little under a minute to go. Inside pass goes to Quinn, fighting for the basketball. A whistle and a tie-up. That'll keep it here with the possession arrow. 3.5 to go here in double overtime. Good to have everybody along. Feel free to get into the comments section like Zach and Steve have done. Give us your reaction. Up top it goes Kennedy Quinn. A-Town will set up their offensive possession. They've only led by 1 point on a number of occasions here tonight. As there's Avery Stiegel into the game. Now Quinn with it. Gets a screen from Ford. Kicks it to Gunther. Taylor Ford was open, drives instead, puts up a wild shot. That one no good. Offensive rebound, put back up and good. It's Haley Redding. She's got 19. We're tied at 57. Under 3 minutes to go here in double overtime. Inside pass goes to Vance. Vance shot blocked. Offensive rebound cleaned up, no good though. Goes out of bounds off the hands of A-Town. What a block there, and I think it was Haley Redding that got her hands on that one. Inside pass, it's tipped, goes out. As that's Sealis, and a travel is called on Annawan. Shuffling the feet is Paige Searens. 2:41 to go here in double overtime. 57-57 our score. .235 top of the key. Oh boy, Kennedy Quinn wanted a shot. Instead, kicks it up top. Kennedy Quinn again. She's going to shoot a 2. That one might have been blocked. Offensive rebound, put back, no, but a foul. Haley Redding will go to the line. She's got 19 points. She was scoreless in the first half, mind you. No points at half. She's got 19. 1 point behind Kennedy Quinn for the team lead. 2 points behind the game high. So she's done all of her heavy lifting here in the second half. 2:25 to go here in double overtime. First free throw off the back rim, no good. Once again, a struggle from the free throw line here for A-Town in this one. As the second free throw, Haley Redding gets it to go. A-Town back up by 1. 58-57, 2:20 to go here in double overtime. Sealis has got it, moves right side, kicks it right side. There's a 3 on the way. That one halfway down and out. That is Bryn Harker into the game for the first time here today in double overtime. And Kennedy Quinn with 2:05. A-Town a chance to extend on their lead. Would be the biggest lead of the game if they get a bucket here. Quinn, nice pass. Avery Stiegel gets open. Left-handed layup. It's up and good. Avery Stiegel gets it to go. A-Town has their biggest lead. It's 3, 60-57, 1:45 to go here in double overtime. Up top, Sealis. Picks up her dribble. She's looking for help. Gets it to Searens. Right corner. Harkins going to try another shot. Right wing 3. We're tied. Bryn Harker fresh into the game, and we're tied at 60. Here's Haley Redding. She drives. Right-handed shot goes up and in. Haley Redding's got 22. A-Town's back up by 2. Harker, her pass is blocked. It's out of bounds off the hands of A-Town. (62-60), 1:04 to go here in double overtime. Inbounds pass, that one tipped out of bounds. Again off the hands of A-Town. Zach calling it a weak foul on Van Opdorp. Said she was straight up and down. 1:03 to go. Annawan struggling to get it in. They get it into Sealis. Her shot goes up and in. Haven't heard much from her in the second half, but she shows up at the right time. Kaylee Sealis ties this thing at 62. 50 seconds to go. Cross-court pass, Haley Redding. That's a 2 for the lead. It's good. Haley Redding's got 24. A-Town leads 64-62. Avery Stiegel nearly tipped that one away, and she does. She forces the turnover. What a play by Avery Stiegel on the baseline. .36 seconds to go. A-Town with the basketball. Annawan is over the limit. Ooh, A-Town might have got away with an offensive foul call there. A block is called on Sirens. And Kennedy Quinn will go to the line trying to ice this one away with 28.8 seconds to go. Annawan not happy with the call. They haven't been happy about much here throughout this entire second half. First one up and good for Kennedy Quinn. She's got 21. Lead is up to 3. Biggest lead of the game here for A-Town. One more for Quinn. Hit the front of the rim and got a friendly bounce. 4-point lead, 25 seconds to go in double overtime. 66-62. And that one's thrown away. A-Town will take over. 20.7 seconds to go. Still could be a 2-possession game even after free throws here. The inbounds pass goes, who else? Kennedy Quinn. Sealis trying to get a steal. They got a foul here. 15 seconds to go. She gets it across the timeline. Still got a foul. And, oh my goodness, Kennedy Quinn is tripped. And they don't call a foul. Instead, head coach Brent Dugan has to call a timeout. I don't know what on earth the officials saw there. There was a trip, but they don't get the call. 9.8 seconds to go here in double overtime. 66-62. A-Town leads the number 6 team in the state. What a way to wrap up the regular season here at home for A-Town. They trailed by as much as 10 in the second half. Fought back, tied it, 51-51. We went to overtime. We were tied at 55 at the end of first overtime. Here at double overtime, A-Town has outscored Annawan 11-7, excuse me. That's why they have a 4-point lead with 9.8 to go. A-Town gets it in to Kennedy Quinn, and Annawan may just be waving the white flag. 4 seconds to go. A-Town will pull off the win. What a ball game here in double overtime. A-Town wins. They beat Annawan 66-62 to wrap up the regular season. My goodness, what a game. We'll recap it, hopefully talk to head coach Brent Dugan right after this, as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck. and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call, wrapping up what might have been one of the greatest games I have ever seen in person. And that's saying a lot. I've watched a lot of basketball in person, but that easily goes down as one of the best, if not the best game I have ever seen, especially in my broadcasting career. That is for sure. The A-Town Tornadoes were down by as much as 10 in the second half, but rallied, got it to overtime, able to fight back from an overtime deficit, able to force double overtime, and they were able to hang on here in double overtime. 66-62 is our final score. Now I'm going to wrap this up rather quickly. We'll get to our JV stream because I want to, in the JV stream, talk to head coach Brent Dugan. So if you're wanting to hear from head coach Brent Dugan, if he does come up here for an interview, we will do that in the JV stream. So just to keep that in mind, I know there's a lot of people watching. We had up to 60 people watching in at one time, as he's doing an interview right now, I believe, with a local news affiliate. So this will give us plenty of time to get over the numbers and then set up the JV stream, and then we will be talking to head coach Brent Dugan, hopefully before the night is through. But what a day it was for Haley Redding. Haley Redding had no points at half and finished with a game-high 24 points. Like that, need I say more? The girl was incredible in the second half. Big shot after big shot after big shot. And she was able to help the A-Town Tornadoes when they needed it most. A 24-point outing for Haley Redding. 22 points for Kennedy Quinn, including some big clutch free throws at the end of that ball game. 7 points then for Caden Quinn, 6 points for Avery Stiegel, 6 points for Taylor Ford, 1 point for Emma Gunther. That was a big 1 point there as well, as I think that tied it at 1 point, or at least gave A-Town a lead. I tell you, what a game by everybody here tonight. And even though some players didn't score nearly as highly as Haley or Kennedy, they were able to put in some big minutes and help the A-Town Tornadoes get that win. So let's take a look at the Annawan score breakdown. Their leading scorer, 21 points for Zoe Vance. She was great in the second half also. She had 2 points at half, finished with 21. Can't go wrong with that. So a 21-point outing for her in the losing effort. 19 points for Kaylee Sealis. 9 points in the losing effort for Clara Bella Van Opdorp. 5 points for Elena Manuel. 5 points for Olivia Goodley. 3 points for Brenna Harker, who didn't play much. But in the end, when they needed somebody to come in off the bench, Harker was able to get the job done and hit a 3. That was a big 3 at the time. And so she finishes with 3 points in this ball game. But what a game it was. The A-Town Tornadoes hang on, and we'll hope to talk to head coach Brent Dugan at the beginning of the JV stream and maybe during the first quarter. We got a lot to talk about. Regular season's over now for the varsity team. Now their attention will turn to Princeville. They will take on Princeville in this building on Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock in the regional quarterfinal. The winner of that game will take on West Central in the regional semifinal. So make sure you tune in. I will be here on the call. So if you're wanting to watch that, make sure you join us Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock, the 1A regional quarterfinals here on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. A couple more comments coming in from the two guys who were chatting with me throughout most of the broadcast. Zach Van Opdorp, appreciate you, Zach. He says, great job tonight announcing. Obviously had his thoughts on a couple of calls there down the stretch. Said that was usually a travel call on Kennedy. I agree, usually that is, but, you know, it's tough in that bang-bang situation. The officials are hearing 9 different things yelled at them. They ended up giving a timeout to A-Town, which was huge in A-Town being able to pull this one off. Steve also commenting, saying, great game. Glad the free throws didn't cost us. Yeah, I'll talk to Brent Dugan about that a little bit. Even though you got a big win against the number 6 team in the state, still got to shoot better on the free throw line as you get ready to go to the regional quarterfinals there on Saturday. Once again, If you're just joining us, regional quarterfinals, the A-Town Tornadoes will take on Princeville in this building Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock. Join us. Winner of that game will take on West Central on Monday at 6 o'clock in Princeville. So Princeville's playing for a chance to have a home game in the regional semifinal, while A-Town wants another shot at West Central. And boy, if this is any indication, we would be in for a good one no matter what the case may be. But should be a good one. It was a good one last time A-Town took on Princeville. It was a close game. Got a feeling it's going to be another close game there on Saturday afternoon. So we hope to talk to head coach Brent Dugan. I got to reset the scoreboards and everything. We're going to shut down this stream and go over to the JV stream, which is already created. Make sure you join us here on TSSR. Just go to our homepage and go to the JV stream. You'll be able to find us. And hopefully we can talk to head coach Brent Dugan after we get things set up here on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. What a game, double overtime. The A-Town Tornadoes wrap up the regular season, their 23rd win. They're 23-7 to wrap up the regular season, 66-62 in double overtime. My name's Wyatt Reed. Thanks so much for joining us. For our camera girl, Alyssa, we're heading over to the JV game. That one getting started in about 7.5 minutes. So join us on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.